How you doing, YouTube? Matt, Massive Beer Reviews, back to yet another review. A little bit of Märzen time in the form of Kane Brewing's Bierhalle. Yeah, I've had lagered beers by Kane before, but I've never had more of a basic one. I've had some kind of like a kind of messed with lagered beers. I believe this is the kind of first kind of. I hate to use the word basic, but that's the only one that comes to mind right now. Kind of basic lager, but it's also a Märzen, and that's the kind of weird part is that you see like lagers and the like becoming very popular now with your Keller beers and your Pilsners and all that. But the actual Märzen itself still isn't something you don't see a lot of people do. Now, granted, we're right around Oktoberfest, so it kind of foots the bill. But yeah, kind of interested to see what's going on. Let's dive into it. What does it say on here? Kane Brew Company, Bierhalle, Märzen Lager, 5.5%. Done and done. It was canned a couple days ago. Label's typical Kane. There you go. I was just down there. Actually went down there 2 weeks apart. They do bottle releases every now and then, usually online, and they sell it like super duper quick. But I decided to take my stab at getting some of them. I ended up getting them, so I had to drive down. It's not that far away from me now. It's only probably about an hour and a half from where I live, so it's not a long haul trip that they used to typically be. What does this look like? A typical Märzen, nice rich copper color, very, very clear. If you see any kind of haze, it's just because it's a bit cold. So very clear, very soft carbonation, nice, beautiful. Creamy head on top, super tight compact bubbles. Just spot on. I mean, Märzens can kind of vary in color, but this to me looks exactly like it should. Let's get a nose. Yeah, I mean, malt driven. It has a little bit of a like a toasty, bready, little roasty kind of maltiness, but nothing too big, obviously. But it's very malt driven. It's got a nice malt sweetness to it, almost like just a dollop of like sweet sugariness, almost in a brown sugar kind of caramel kind of way, but not too rich. The ever so slightest of soft bittering in it. I mean, almost to the point where I might be just getting that from kind of a toasted portion of the malt. Done and done. Not really getting much as far as even a lager vibe off it, just that rich, nice maltiness. Let's dive in. Cheers. Yeah, I mean, it's a super crusher. It's what it's supposed to be. Just rich, sweet malts that are not over the top. You're getting that nice toastiness to it. You're getting that soft little kind of burnt brown sugar I was talking about on the nose. Enough bittering to kind of balance off the beer, but let the malt kind of do its thing. And then that clean, crisp, drinkable lager finish on it. Again, you're not getting a ton of kind of lager vibes from the yeast itself. You're getting it more in how the beer drinks and how it finishes, with super clean, super crisp. And it's a really tasty beer. I mean, you know, it's Oktoberfest time. It's almost, I think it might have just ended. But by the time I post this, it'll probably be over. So I'd be remiss if I didn't do at least a kind of, an Oktoberfest style beer. And that's pretty much what Märzen is. So, yeah, I mean, this is classic, exactly the way it should be, which is one of the weird things about Kane, and I don't think a lot of people appreciate. They do a lot of hazy IPAs. They do a lot of big barrel-aged stouts. But Mike really hangs his hat on old school kind of styles, mainly Belgian, but he does like to do the lagering stuff. He just got himself a cool ship, so he's going to start doing some kind of wild culture stuff. So they're not just that kind of hazy, pastry stout, haze bro kind of thing. They do a lot of different styles, and it clearly shows in this beer that he knows what he's doing when it comes to the lagering side of things. Like you said, it's not the first straight lagered beer I've had, but most of the stuff I've been is like extra hop this or something like that. But yeah, it's super clean, super well done. Enough classic to style to where you're like, this is a Märzen, but it just has this. The sweetness comes off a little bit richer, but not overpowering, and I feel like that's just that slight difference that kind of Americanizes it. That's a good thing. So yeah, super tasty stuff. This is one of the better Märzens I've had as of late. Yeah, value and availability. I think it was $12 for a 4-pack, maybe 14. You know, that's not too bad for a Märzen, especially from like a sticker can brewery, and leave you with, if you like what we like this. If you like German-style beers, if you like Märzens and alt beers and all those kind of stuff, this will definitely do you proper. I mean, it's super well made, so those are the bits and pieces of styles that really turn you on. This will do it proper. So there you go. Another review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Down there if you want to talk about it. Massive Beers if you want to check me out doing the social media stuff. Beer Massive if you want to check me out doing the podcasting stuff. I've interviewed Mike before. I'm going to interview him again, actually. So check that out. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully enjoying the Märzen right now. Hopefully see you next time. Cheers.